Dolly's mission continues, Dinosaur Jr. sell out, and hey, Hypebot, it's never too late. Welcome to the Unlimited Supply Podcast, your daily music business TLDR in your ear, powered by Tinkering with AI Agents, and brought to you by No Disc, helping music, technology, and finance companies navigate the music industry in partnership with Digital Music News. It's August 27th, 2026. I'm Lars Murray. It's Touring Thursday, but before we hit the road, it's been a tough week in the music world and even a tougher week in the world of drag performance, but there is also some good news on the latter front. The drag world lost more than one icon, but Dolly Parton stood above them all. In addition to all of her other talents, Dolly inspired drag artists everywhere. She may have left this world corporately this week, but her influence didn't miss a beat, as a Texas judge ruled that a Texas law prohibiting drag performances was unconstitutional. The judge specifically referred to Dolly multiple times to justify the decision, including saying basically that the way the statute is written, it wouldn't just ban drag, it would ban Dolly. And everybody on every side of the aisle agrees we can't have that. If there is a heaven, Dolly is there and still on a mission to take care of her people. The Dolly tributes continued to roll in from far and wide corners of the music world, including one of the icons of the OG lo-fi indie rock. One of my favorite tributes came from what I'd consider an unlikely source, Lou Barlow of Hypebot and Dinosaur Jr., who encountered Dolly's 1970s cassette recorder, which she used to record ideas and demos, at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In a Facebook post, Lou mused on the connection between his own lo-fi cassette-driven creative process and Dolly's, despite a stylistic gulf just about as wide as you can get. There's a link in the show notes, and more on Lou in a minute. As for Dolly being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, over at Polestar back in 2022, Holly Gleason argued Dolly's case, and it's on the front page of Polestar this morning as a re-feature. And as we mentioned, the drag world lost another icon this week. Tim Curry was the face that launched 1,000 drag ships as Dr. Frankenfurter in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and normalized drag for a generation of normies like me. But there was a lot more to Tim Curry. Beyond Rocky Horror, he also had a solo career as a recording artist. His track, I Do the Rock, is a new wave classic and a great time capsule of 1980. My favorite Tim Curry music industry thing, though, was his role in the late 80s CBS crime serial Wiseguy, in which he played the evil record exec Winston Newquay. If you haven't checked out Season 2 of Wiseguy and you're in the industry, you're really missing out. By the way, Wiseguy also featured Jonathan Banks, Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad, Glenn Frey from the Eagles, and Paul Winfield playing a mashup of Quincy Jones and Berry Gordy. Season 2, Episode 8 of Wiseguy features Tim Curry in a duet with Stephen Williams, yes, the guy who later played X in the X-Files. It's on YouTube, I linked it in the show notes, and I kid you not, it's GenX Gold, people. Rest in peace, Tim Curry. Thanks for your contributions, and please, heaven, protect RuPaul this week. All right, let's hit the road. On Friday, over in Digital Music News, Ashley King reported that, surprise, surprise, the president had a personal one-on-one with Live Nation head Michael Rapino ahead of the Justice Department settling its antitrust lawsuit against Live Nation. Shocker. Really, the only question has to be, how badly did Rapino roll the president on this deal? I imagine the Trump side of it ran along the lines of lifetime passes to see the Village People in Kid Rock and Lee Hazelwood, or free admission to any Live Nation ticketed or promoted wrestling or MMA event, though he probably has all that anyway. Maybe an insider deal on a secondary market for rally tickets? Though I doubt that has much more resale value than a Kid Rock ticket. Well, I can speculate all day, but let's move on. Not everybody loves Live Nation as much as the president apparently does. The National Independent Talent Organization, or NITO, sent out a press release yesterday highlighting and supporting a study conducted at Vanderbilt University that suggests a very simple solution to the ticket scalping market running out of hand. That would be a cap to resale ticket markups at 0%, take that, corporate scalpers, and a cap on ticket fees at 10%. Take that, Ticketmaster. This would drive the grand majority of ticket resale gouging grift back into the shadows where it belongs instead of right out there in the open where it's now become utterly normalized. Normalizing drag? Good. Normalizing grift? Bad. A hat tip to Bruce Houghton over at NITO, for the tip-off. There's a link to the Vanderbilt study in the show notes. And oh, hey, Bruce, I know that leaving unlimited supply off of the Hypebot list of music industry podcasts was merely an inadvertent oversight. No hard feelings here, but the only daily music industry podcast would appreciate a mention in the list. It's never too late. Of course, if there is any upside in keeping the secondary market out of the shadows, it's Live Nation's ability to do what it did this week with Olivia Rodrigo, who has driven a lot of traffic for the company over the past couple of years. Music Business Worldwide reported that Live Nation canceled an undisclosed swath of sketchy ticket sales for Olivia's Unraveled tour and is putting them back on sale to fans at their original prices. Good on ya, Olivia. Good on you, Ticketmaster. I have to say it. For staying on top of this, I guess even Ticketmaster has its limits. Every Thursday, we spend an inordinate amount of time scanning the listings, sifting for nuggets, and helplessly hoping that one day Claude will be able to do the heavy lifting for us. But not yet. Yes, by brute force, we assemble and discuss the artists dominating their markets. A few artists who might be punching above their weight, and a few you might be surprised still have tickets available in the U.S. music capitals, New York, L.A., and Nashville. We call it the Who Sells Out. In New York City, well, it's August in New York, and with one major exception, artists are learning that it's not a good idea to play indoors in NYC in late August. The exception is Harry Styles' Together Together tour. He's in the thick of a 30-show residency every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, starting yesterday and ending on Halloween. Jamie XX is opening every night this week. It's sold out almost instantly. 11.5 million pre-sale registrations, Ticketmaster's highest ever for a single market artist. And it's the only place he's playing in the U.S. this year. Casey Musgraves' Middle of Nowhere tour, though, is not sold out. Again, don't play indoors in late August in New York. Even outside, though, August is tough in New York City. Zach Brown and Grace Potter are playing in Forest Hills tonight and tomorrow. Not sold out yet. Nor is Empire of the Sun with Polo and Pan at the stadium on Saturday night. The floor is sold out, but the bowl is GA and not. And Jones Beach is also outside. Empire is playing there too, and you'll have plenty of space if you go. It's Sunday, and Jones Beach theater traffic on a Sunday night is probably a non-starter for this fan base. Rachel Chinariri hits the Bowery Ballroom on Monday. Claude says sold out. Axis says not so fast. The Alabama Shakes are hitting Radio City on Wednesday. It's their first tour since 2018, and it's not sold out. It's inside. I hate Radio City for rock acts and stack August on top of that. Plenty of tickets available. Who routed that one? Whoops. And that aforementioned lo-fi icon Lou Barlow is on a mini tour of NYC this week with Dinosaur Jr. They're doing underplays at Lucinda's tonight, Maria Hernandez Park out in Bushwick, where Dinosaur Jr. fans as kids all live, Saturday, and also at Baby's All Right Saturday night too. Those are all sold out. In LA, Avenged Sevenfold and Good Charlotte with A Day to Remember are almost a sellout at BMO Stadium. It's the final date of a 17-city co-headline run, not a minute too soon for the Madden twins, who made the music press hate them even more than before when their Live Nation subsidiary Veeps laid off practically half of the nation's remaining music journalists a couple of weeks back. David Byrne's Who is the Sky at the Hollywood Bowl two-night stand. Not quite a sellout as usual. It's what I call pattern boldness, with nosebleed and side ticks pretty readily available both nights. On the other hand, there is no such pattern boldness for Muse with Portugal the Man and the Temper Trap at the Hollywood Bowl on Monday. That is sold the hell out. And if you missed the Temper Trap at the Bowl, you can see them as a headliner. Their Sungazer tour with Noah Noah hits the Bellwether Friday. Also, still plenty of tickets for a couple of rock shows at the Terragram, Black Lips, and Night Beats. A killer double bill happens on Saturday. Still tickets for that. The Garden, another twin-led punk band, this one with some indie cred, is playing with Bar Italia and Her New Knife at the Hollywood Palladium on Wednesday. Plenty available for that. In Nashville, where nothing ever sells out, Brandi Carlile's Human Tour at Bridgestone with Gregory Alan Isaacoff is not sold out, but the face value tickets are limited to nosebleeds and the back of the floor. Plenty of tickets available, even right down front tonight at the Ryman for Neo, and even more available for Daniel Donato's Cosmic Country at the Ryman. It's a two-night stand, Friday and Saturday, timed to their new album recorded in 2025 at a sold-out Ryman. Of course, neither of these shows is a sellout. Chance the Rapper's And We Back / Coloring Book 10th Anniversary Tour also hits the Ryman on Sunday. Still a few upper balcony seats at Face. OAR's 3 Decades Tour tomorrow is not a sellout, even with Gavin DeGraw and Katie Tunstall chipping in. Minus the Bears' 20th Anniversary Tour hits Marathon on Wednesday. Still tickets available for that. Also at Marathon, Coyotes hits it. It's the It's Not You, It's Me Tour Saturday night. Plenty of tickets. Yes, Coyotes, it's definitely you. And what will a Best Jazz Artist Grammy get you in Nashville? For Esperanza Spalding, it's a 2-night stand starting Wednesday at City Winery. Still plenty of tickets available for that. Support for Unlimited Supply is provided by you, our listeners. The Unlimited Supply trucker hat is the ultimate accessory for the music industry insider or the person going to an outdoor concert in New York in August. If you want to help me pay the bills, you can grab one at unlimitedsupplypod.com. If you want to help me in a way that doesn't require a credit card, just tell a friend or 3 or hit that follow button wherever you get your pods, or drop us a rating and or a review on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or Spotify, or subscribe to us on Substack. Links are in the show notes, but you can also visit unlimitedsupplypod.com to sign up for that newsletter, to tell us what you think about the show, to suggest feature ideas, to feed us info, to feed us lunch, to call us out on our dubious assertions, and to tell us what we're missing out on. I'm Lars Murray. Remember, in this business, no conflict means no interest.